press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Okay, today we are discussing competitive exam 5 JEE mathematics discussion. Question number 1. The number of subsets of set 1, 2, 3 up to 9 containing at least one odd number is. Here given problem number 51. Here given set A equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 9. In this set, the number of elements is 9. Number of elements in A is 9. Therefore, the number of subsets total subsets equal to the total subsets, it is equal to 2 power n of A equal to 9. The number of elements in set A is 9, therefore n of A equal to 9. Therefore, total subsets equal to 2 power n of A, that is 2 power 9 is 512. 2 power 9 is 512. Now, the containing at least one odd number, they are asking. Now, we are taking the subsets which contains even numbers. The subsets containing even numbers. In this set, total 9 elements are there. In those even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8. Therefore, the subset which contains even numbers equal to 2 power 4. 4 even numbers are there. Therefore, 2 power 4. 2 power 4 equal to, that is 16. 2 power 4 equal to 16. But our question is required subsets equal to total subsets minus the subsets containing even numbers. That is 16. Therefore, 512 minus 16. That is 496. Therefore, the required subsets are containing at least one odd number. Therefore, total subsets minus subsets containing even numbers, then you will get the subsets containing at least odd number. Therefore, 512 minus 16, it is equal to 496. Therefore, option 3 is right. Next question. A survey shows that 63% of the Americans like cheese, whereas 76% like apples. If X percentage of the Americans like both cheese and apples, then the value of X is. Now, a survey shows that 63% of the Americans like cheese, whereas 76% like apples. If X percentage of the Americans like both cheese and apples, then the value of X is. Here, problem number 52. Here, this circle shows Americans like cheese, C I am taking, and this circle represents Americans like apples, this I am taking A, and this is universal set I am taking. Therefore, this Americans like both cheese and apple, that is X percentage given. Therefore, this I am taking X, and this is like cheese is 63%, therefore 63 minus X, and this Americans like apples is 76% given, therefore 76 minus x. Therefore total I am taking 100, total percentage, that is 100, therefore it is 60 minus x, it is 76 minus x, it is x. Now by using this diagram, clearly know that 63 minus x plus 76 minus x, it is always less than or equal to 100. Total universal set 100 I am taking, 100%. Therefore 63 minus x plus 76 minus x is always less than or equal to 100. Therefore 63 plus 76, that is minus x and plus x will cancel. This is 139, 7, 9 and 13. 139 minus x is less than or equal to 100. Therefore minus x is less than or equal to minus 139 plus 100, that is minus 39. Therefore multiply this inequality with negative sign, then inequality direction will change. Therefore x is greater than or equal to 39. This is one condition, x is greater than or equal to 39. And also know that here only cheese, people like only cheese is 63 minus x. That 63 minus x is 63 minus x is always greater than or equal to 0. And people like only apple, that is 76 minus x, it is always greater than or equal to 0. Therefore minus x is greater than or equal to minus 63. Therefore x is less than or equal to 63. Next, from this minus x is greater than or equal to minus 76 and x is greater than or equal to 76. By using these two conditions, x is less than or equal to 63 and x is less than or equal to 63 and x is less than or equal to 76. By using these two conditions, you can write x is less than or equal to 63. Both the conditions satisfying condition you have to write. X is less than or equal to 63 and x is less than or equal to 73. Therefore by using these two conditions, you can write x is less than or equal to 63. This x is less than or equal to 63 satisfies these two conditions. Therefore it is one condition, x is less than or equal to 63 and x is greater than or equal to 39. Therefore 39 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 63. Therefore option 1 is right. Next question. Next problem. The domain of the function f of x equal to log of x plus 5 by x square plus 4x plus 3 is. Now a given function f of x equal to log of x plus 5 divided by x square plus 4x plus 3. This is the given function. Now we have to find the domain of the function. Now by using this function, numerator is log of x plus 5 and denominator is x square plus 4x plus 3. This function is defined when x plus 5 is greater than 0, log of x plus 5, where x is greater than 0. Why? Because log x is defined when x is greater than 0. Log x is defined when x is greater than 0. Therefore x plus 5 is greater than 0 and x square plus 4x plus 3 is not equal to 0. Denominator should not get 0. If you get the denominator 0, that function is not defined. Therefore x square plus 4x plus 3 is not equal to 0. Therefore x is greater than minus 5, and x square plus 4x plus 3 is not equal to 0. Now it is a quadratic equation. Now roots of this quadratic equation is product is 3 and sum is 4. Product is 3 and sum is 4, that is 3 into 1. that is 3 into 1 3 and 3 plus 1 4. Therefore, the values x is not equal to minus 3 comma minus 1. Therefore, roots of this quadratic equation change the sign of the choosing values, that is minus 3 and minus 1. Therefore, x is not equal to minus 3 comma minus 1. Therefore, x is greater than minus 5 means x belongs to minus 5 comma infinite. X belongs to minus 5 comma infinite, but x value should not take minus 3 and minus 1. Therefore, finally x belongs to open minus 5 comma infinite, open bracket of minus 5 comma infinite, minus set bracket of minus 3 comma minus 1, minus set bracket of minus 3 comma minus 1. This is the domain of the function. Therefore, option 4 is right. Next question. If f of x equal to x square minus a 1 by x square plus 1 for every real number x, then the minimum value of f is, now here given function f of x equal to x square minus 1 by x square plus 1. Given function f of x equal to x square minus 1 by x square plus 1 for every real number x, then the minimum value of f of x is. Now here do cross multiplication first, that is f of x into x square plus 1, it is equal to x square minus 1. Therefore, x square into f of x plus f of x, this x square right left side, that is minus x square and plus 1 equal to 0. Now from these x square, here x square is there, in this term also x square is there, take x square common from these two terms. Therefore, x square into f of x minus 1. Next plus here it is equal to f of x and plus 1 right side, that is minus f of x minus 1. Therefore, x square equal to, take here minus common, that is f of x, we take minus common, f of x plus 1 divided by here f of x minus 1. F of x, here x square equal to, take minus common here, that is minus of f of x plus 1 divided by f of x minus 1. Therefore, x square equal to 1 plus f of x, divided by 1 minus f of x. F of x equal to 1 plus f of x divided by, with this minus multiply this denominator, that is plus 1 and minus f of x. X square equal to 1 plus f of x by 1 minus f of x you got, but we clearly know that x square is always positive, since x square is greater than or equal to 0. We know that x square is always greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, x square equal to 1 plus f of x by 1 minus f of x, it is also greater than or equal to 0. Since x square is greater than or equal to 0, therefore 1 plus f of x by 1 minus f of x is greater than or equal to 0. From this, 1 plus f of x is greater than or equal to 0. 1 plus f of x is greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, f of x is greater than or equal to minus 1. This minus 1 right side, that is f of x is greater than or equal to minus 1. Therefore, the minimum value of f of x is minus 1. The minimum value of f of x is minus 1. Therefore, option 1 is right. Next question. Right. If the angles of elevation of the top of a tower from three collinear points A, B and C on a line leading to the foot of the tower are 30 degrees, 45 degrees and 60 degrees respectively, then the ratio AB is to BC is. Now, here given you are given a tower, it is a tower. Now it is a tower of height h, it is p q, pq is the tower. Now top of the tower they observed from three collinear points A, B and C, A, B and C. Therefore it is point A and it is point B and it is point C. Now from the point A 30 degrees and from the point B 45 degrees and from the point C 60 degrees. Now I am taking here to here distance is x and here to here distance is y and here to here distance is z. I am taking here to here distance is x and here to here distance is y and here to here distance is z. Means AB distance is x and BC distance is y and CP distance is z I am taking, and height of the tower is h I am taking. Therefore here three right angled triangles are there. Those are CPQ and BPQ and APQ. Three right angled triangles are there. From the right angle triangle CPQ, from the triangle CPQ, from the CPQ, tan 60 degrees equal to, that is tan 60 degrees is equal to opposite side by adjacent side, that is h by z. Clearly know that tan 60 degrees means root 3. Therefore root 3 equal to h by z. Therefore implies z equal to h by root 3. You got CP distance, z equal to h by root 3. Next from the triangle BPQ, now here angle is 45 degrees, therefore tan 45 degrees equal to h by y plus z. Here distance is BP distance is BC plus CP, that is y by y plus z. We know that already tan 45 degrees is 1, therefore y plus z equal to h. Therefore already know z value, therefore z value substitute here from equation number 1. Therefore y plus z is h by root 3 equal to h, implies y equal to h minus h by root 3. Therefore y equal to, take h common, that is 1 minus or else you take LCM, that is h root 3h minus h divided by root 3. Therefore y equal to root 3 minus 1 into h by root 3. This is the value of y equal to root 3 minus 1 into h by root 3. And from the right angle triangle APQ, tan 60 degrees equal to it is 30 degrees, therefore tan 30 degrees equal to, from the triangle APQ, tan 30 degrees equal to h by opposite side by adjacent side. AP distance is equal to AB distance plus BC distance plus CP distance, that is x plus y plus z. Tan 30 equal to h by x plus y plus z. Therefore implies tan 30 degrees, you know that is 1 by root 3. Therefore implies x plus y plus z equal to root 3 into h. Tan 30 degrees is 1 by root 3, therefore root 3 into h equal x plus y plus z. Already know that x plus y plus z value. Therefore, x plus y plus z value already know that is h. Therefore, from second equation y plus z value is h, that h substitute here, y plus z is h. Therefore, it is equal to root 3 h, implies x equal to root 3 h minus h, root 3 h minus h. If we take h common, that is root 3 minus 1. If we take h common, that is root 3 minus 1. Therefore, x value is h into root 3 minus 1 and y value is root 3 minus 1 into h by root 3. But you have to find the ratio in between AB and BC. Ratio in between AB and BC. The ratio in between AB and BC. AB means x we taken and BC means y. Therefore, ratio in between x and y. X is h into root 3 minus 1 is to y value is root 3 minus 1 into h by root 3. Therefore, here root 3 minus 1, here root 3 minus 1, here h and here also h is there. Therefore, it is 1 is to 1 by root 3. Therefore, this you can write as root 3 is to 1. Root 3 is 1. Therefore, option 3 is right. Therefore, the ratio in between AB and BC is root 3 is 1. Option 3 is right. Next question. The number of solutions of sin x equals sin 2x between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2 is. Now, given equation sin x equal to sin 2x, sin x equal to sin 2x in between minus pi by 2 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to pi by 2. In between pi by 2 to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. In between pi by 2 and minus pi by 2 and plus pi by 2 they are asking. Therefore, sin x equals sin 2x given. Write these two terms one side, that is sin 2x minus sin x equal to 0. Therefore, sin 2x you can write as 2 sin x cos x minus sin x equal to 0. Therefore, here sin x, here also sin x is there. Take sin x common, that is 2 cos x minus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, sin x equal to 0 and 2 cos x minus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, sin x equal to 0 and cos x equal 1 by 2. Cos x equal 1 by 2 means cos x equal to cos 1 by 2 in terms of cos, that is cos 60 degrees. 60 degrees means pi by 3. Now, the general solution, if sin x equal to 0, then general solution is, if sin x equal to 0, then the general solution is x equal to n pi for all n belongs to z. Therefore, the values of x are up to so on 2 pi minus up to so on minus pi, 0 and pi up to so on. N equal to 0, 0 you will get. N equal to 1, pi. N equal to minus 1, minus pi. N equal to 2, that is 2 pi. N equal to minus 2, that is minus 2 pi. Therefore, x values are up to so on minus pi, 0, pi up to so on you will get. Next, cos x equal to cos y, then general solution formula is x equal to 2n pi plus or minus y, that is pi by 3 for all n belongs to z. The general solution x equal to cos x equal to cos y, then general solution formula is x equal to 2n pi plus or minus y for all n belongs to z. Therefore, x equal to 2n pi plus or minus y value is pi by 3. Therefore, if you put n equal to 0, then plus or minus pi by 3 will get. If we take n equal to 1, then 2 pi. 2 pi plus pi by 3 means it is more than pi by 2. And if we take n equal to 1, that is 2 pi minus pi by 3. 2 pi minus pi by 3. 2 pi minus pi by 3 means 6 pi minus pi, 5 pi by 3. 5 pi by 3 is not in between minus that is not in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Therefore here x values are only 0. Here many infinite solutions will get, but those solutions must lies in between minus pi by 2 pi by 2. Therefore x equal 0 is lies in between minus pi by 2 pi by 2, and here x equal to, if you put n equal to 0, then you will get plus or minus pi by 3. Therefore plus or minus pi by 3 lies in between these intervals. Therefore here x values are minus pi by 3 comma plus pi by 3. Therefore from this you got one solution, and from this equation you got two solutions. Therefore the number of total solutions are 3 in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Therefore the number of total solutions are 3. Those are lies in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Therefore option 1 is right. Next question. Next, a value of theta for which 2 plus 3i sin theta by 1 minus 2i sin theta is purely imaginary is. Now given z equal to 2 plus 3i sin theta, z equal to 2 plus 3i sin theta divided by 1 minus 2i sin theta. This is the given complex number. Now rationalizing it means to multiply and divide with 1 plus 2i sin theta, that is 1 plus 2i sin theta divided by 1 plus 2i sin theta. Therefore it is equal to 2 into 1 2, 2 into 1 2, next 2 into 2 4, 4i sin theta, next plus 3 into 1 3i sin theta, next 3 into 2 6, I into I square means minus 1, plus into minus into sin square theta divided by a minus b into a plus b, that is a square minus b square, 1 square 1 minus 2 square 4, I square minus 1 minus into minus plus, that is sin theta into sin theta, that is sin square theta. It is the given complex number. Convert in standard form, that is 2, it is real part, and I is there here, and here also I is there. Therefore these are imaginary parts and it is real parts. Therefore 2 minus 6 sin square theta, write in one bracket, and divide with 1 plus 4 sin square theta, and plus if we take I common, that is 4i sin theta, it is 3i sin theta, that is 7i sin theta. Therefore 7 sin theta divided by 1 plus 4 sin square theta, 1 plus 4 sin square theta. This is the complex number we converted into standard form. Now clearly here given z is purely imaginary. Since z is purely imaginary, therefore real part of z equal to 0. Since the given complex number is purely imaginary means I have to get real part is 0. Therefore RE of z equal 0 implies here real part is 2 minus 6 sin square theta divided by 1 plus 4 sin square theta equal to 0. Therefore 2 minus 6 sin square theta equal to 0. Therefore sin square theta equal to 2 by 6, that is equal to 1 by 3. Therefore sin theta equal to 1 by root 3 plus or minus 1 by root 3. Sin theta equal plus or minus 1 by root 3 implies theta equals sin inverse of plus or minus 1 by root 3. Therefore theta equal to sin inverse of plus or minus 1 by root 3. Therefore in the option sin inverse of 1 by root 3 given, that's why option 4 is right. Next question. Next, the point represented by 2 plus I in the Argand plane moves 1 unit eastwards, then 2 units northwards, and finally from there 2 root 2 units in the southwestwards direction. Then its new position in the Argand plane is at the point represented by. Now, here in the Argand plane, it is x-axis means real axis, and it is y-axis, it is imaginary axis. It is real axis and it is imaginary axis. This is the Argand plane. Now it is 1 unit, 2, 3, 4, and it is 1, 2, and 3. Now, and it is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is origin 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here the point represented by 2 plus I. 2 plus I means real part is 2 and imaginary part is 2 plus I given. 2 plus I. It is real part and imaginary part is I quotient, that is 1. Therefore, real part is 2 and imaginary part is 1. Therefore, 2 comma 1, point 2 comma 1 means x2 and y1. Therefore, this is point 2 comma 1 means in Argand plane, that is 2 plus I. Next, after that, in the Argand plane moves 1 unit eastwards. Actually, it is the direction. It is direction east, west, north and south. It is north and it is south. Therefore, from this point moves in Argand plane moves 1 unit eastwards. 1 unit eastward means to 2. Here the 1 unit eastwards means therefore here 1 unit moved. Therefore, this point is 2 plus I means 2 comma 1, and this point is 3 plus I. 3 plus I. Next, 1 unit eastwards, then 2 units northwards, then 2 units northwards means 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. Therefore, like this traveled. Therefore, this point is x3 and y3. Therefore, 3 plus I3. This point is 3 plus I3. And then finally from there 2 root 2 units in the southwestwards. It is southwestwards means like this he traveled, like this he traveled. From this point 2 root 2 units from southwestwards. Therefore, southwestwards means like this he traveled. Therefore, this point you have to find. But this point to this point distance is 2 root 2 given. This point to this point distance is 2 root 2 given. Now through options. First option I am taking. First option is 1 plus I. First option is 1 plus I. Now, first option and here point 3 plus I3. The distance is 2 root 2, then first option is right, or else you have to check with second option. Now, from the first option point is 1 comma 1, and from 3 plus 3I, 3 plus I3, from this point is 3 comma 3. Therefore, distance between these 2 points, formula is square root of 3 minus 1 whole square, 3 minus 1 whole square, plus 3 minus 1 whole square, square root. Now, it is equal to 3 minus 1 whole square means 2, 2 square means 4, and it is also 4 square root. Therefore, square root of 8, square root of 8 you can write 2 root 2. Therefore, the distance from the point 1 comma 1 to 3 comma 3 is 2 root 2. Therefore, first option is right. Therefore, correct option is 1 plus I. Next problem. Next, if Z is a complex number, of unit modulus and argument theta, then argument is theta, then argument of 1 plus z by 1 plus z bar is equal to, if z is a complex number of unit modulus and argument theta, then argument of 1 plus z by 1 plus z bar is equal to. Now here if z is a complex number of unit modulus, therefore modulus of z it is equal to 1. Unit modulus given, therefore modulus of z is equal to 1. Therefore modulus of z equal to 1 means modulus of z square equal to 1. Modulus of z whole square equal to 1 square means 1. Therefore modulus of z you can write as modulus of z whole square you can write as z into z bar equal to 1. Modulus of z whole square you can write as z into z bar equal to 1. Therefore z bar equal to 1 by z. Z bar equal to 1 by z. Now I am finding the value of 1 plus z divided by 1 minus 1 plus z bar. I am finding the value of 1 plus z by 1 plus z bar. Therefore 1 plus z divided by 1 plus z bar. Already know the z bar value 1 by z. Just simplify it. 1 plus z divided by z plus 1 divided by z. Therefore it is equal to 1 plus z by 1 plus z bar. It is equal to, these two will cancel, you will get z. Therefore already given argument of z equal to theta. According to the problem, argument of z is theta given. Now we have to find the argument of 1 plus z by 1 plus z bar. Now I have to find the argument of 1 plus z by 1 plus z bar. Therefore 1 plus z by 1 plus z bar is z you got. Therefore argument of 1 plus z by 1 plus z bar is argument of z. Therefore argument of z already given, that is theta. Therefore the argument of 1 plus z by 1 plus z bar is theta. Therefore option 2 is right. Next question. Next problem. If the equation x square plus bx minus 1 equals 0 and x square plus x plus b equals 0 have a common root different from minus 1, then mod b is equal to, magnitude mod b is equal to. Now here given two equations, problem number 60, given two equations, those are x square plus bx minus 1 equal to 0. This is equation number 1. Here two equations given, x square plus bx minus 1 equal to 0, and second equation x square plus x plus b equal to 0. This is second equation. Now these two equations having common root different from minus 1, then mod b. Now here x square plus bx minus 1 equal 0 and x square plus x plus b equal to 0. Now I am subtracting second equation from the first equation, that is x square minus x square 0 and bx minus x and minus 1 minus b equal to 0. X square minus x square 0 and bx minus x and minus 1 and minus b equal to 0. Implies here it is bx and it is minus b. Take b common, that is x minus 1. It is equal to b here. Now bx and it is x, from these two take x common, that is if we take x common b minus 1, if we take here x common, that is b minus 1. Here minus 1 and minus b right side, that is b plus 1. Therefore x equal to b plus 1 by b minus 1. The value of x equal to b plus 1 by b minus 1. Now this x value substitute in the equation number 2. From equation number 2, from equation number 2, this x value substitute in the equation number 2, that is b plus 1 by b minus 1, b plus 1 by b minus 1 whole square plus b plus 1 by b minus 1 plus b equal to 0, plus b equal to 0. Here b minus 1 whole square and here b minus 1, therefore LCM is b minus 1 whole square, that is b plus 1 whole square, b plus 1 whole square plus b plus 1 into b minus 1, b plus 1 into b minus 1 plus b into b minus 1 whole square, it is equal to 0. If you take LCM here, b minus 1 whole square, then b minus 1 whole square, right side, then you will get 0. Therefore b plus 1 whole square plus b plus 1 into b minus 1 plus b into b minus 1 whole square. Just to simplify it, b plus 1 whole square, that is b square plus 2b plus 1, and here b plus 1 into b minus 1, that is b square minus 1 square 1 plus it is b minus 1 whole square. B minus 1 whole square means b square into b, that is b cube. B minus 1 whole square means b square minus 2b plus 1 into b, that is b square into b cube minus 2b into b, that is 2b square, and minus plus 1 into b, that is b, plus 1 into b, that is b. Now b square plus b square, 2b square minus 2b square will cancel. Next here minus 1 here plus 1, therefore finally remains, that is b cube, and it is 2b and it is b, that is plus 3b equal to 0. If you take here b common, that is b square plus 3 equal to 0. If you take b common here, b into b square plus 3 equal to 0. Therefore b equal to 0 or b square plus 3 equal to 0. B square plus 3 equal to 0. Therefore b square equal to minus 3. B square equal to minus 3. Then b equal to root minus 3. Root minus 3 means I root 3. Plus or minus I root 3. B square equal to minus 3. Therefore b equal to root minus 3. Root minus 3 means plus or minus I root 3. But they are asking magnitude of modulus of b. They are asking modulus of b. Therefore modulus of plus or minus I root 3 is square root of 0 square plus a square plus b square. A value is 0 and b value is root 3. Therefore root 3 whole square root. Therefore it is equal to root 3. Therefore magnitude of b is equal to root 3. Therefore option 3 is right. Next question. Okay, next problem. Solve the inequality 3x plus 2 is greater than minus 16, 2x minus 3 is less than or equal to 11. Now here given 61, here given 3x plus 2 is greater than or equal greater than minus 16, and 2x minus 3 is less than or equal to 11. Now from this 3x is greater than, from first inequality 3x is greater than minus 16 minus 2, that is minus 18. Therefore x is greater than minus 6. Minus 18 by 6, that is minus 6. And from this 2x is less than or equal to 11 plus 3, that is 14, and x is less than or equal to 7. X is less than or equal to 7. X is greater than minus 6 and x is less than or equal to 7. Therefore x belongs to minus 6 to 7. But here x is less than or equal to 7. Therefore at 7 less than or equal to also there. Therefore at 7 you have to take close bracket. And at minus 6 strictly greater than is there. That's why open bracket you have to take. R equal to not there. That's why I have to take open bracket. Therefore, x belongs to open minus 6, comma, closed 7. Therefore, option 3 is right. Next question. Next, the letters of the word Cochin are permutated and all permutations are arranged in an alphabetical order as in an English dictionary. The number of words that appear before the word Cochin is. Now here given word Cochin, given word is Cochin, Cochin. If we observe this word, how many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total, the letters in the word, total letters are 6. In those 6 letters, 2 C's are there. 2 C's are there. C's are repeated 2 times. Total 6 letters are there. Now these letters have to exist in the alphabetical order. Alphabetical order, first in these 6 letters are there. In those 6 letters, first priority, first C you will get, again C, next H, next I, and next N, and next O. These are the alphabetical order. Now in this word 6 letters are there. These 6 letters in alphabetical order, C, C, H, I, N, O. Now we have to find the words which are before Cochin word. The words which are before Cochin word. Now first the words, total 6 letters are there, 6 boxes you take, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 letters. Now the words start with C, C. The words start with C, C. Now here total 6 boxes. Total 6 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in the first 2 boxes, if you fix C, C, then remaining letters are 4 and remaining spaces also 4. Therefore, the word start with C, C, you can write this remaining, if you fix C, C in first 2 boxes, remaining 4 letters are there, 4 boxes. Therefore, this box you can fix in 4 ways, and this box you can fix in 3 ways, this box you can fix in 2 ways, and this box you can fix in 1 way. Therefore, 4 into 3, 12, 12 into 2, 24. Therefore, 24 words you can get. The words start with CC. Next, words start with CH. Words start with CH. Therefore, words start with CH. C and H you fix in first 2 boxes, remaining 4 letters and 4 boxes. In the same way, 24 ways you can fix. Next, word start with CI. Word start with CI. Here also, CI if you fix in first 2 boxes, remaining 4 letters are there, 4 boxes you can fix 24 ways. And next, word start with CN. Word start with CN. Therefore, word start with CN. If you fix C and N in first 2 boxes, remaining boxes are 4 and letters also 4. Therefore, here also 24 you will get. Therefore, after word start with CN, after that word start with CO. Word start with CO. Now word start with CO. Cochin word also start with CO. Therefore, CO first 2 boxes you write down. Next, remaining 4 letters just you observe. First, C and O. C and O I fixed in first 2 boxes. Remaining letters are CHIN. Remaining 4 letters are CHIN. This is, these 4 are in the dictionary order only. C, after that C, after that H, and after that I, and after that N. These all 4 letters are in the dictionary order only. Therefore, after CN words, finally will get COCHIN. Therefore, the COCHIN, this is in the dictionary order only. Therefore, before this Cochin word, total how many words are existed means add these 4. Therefore, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, 1. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 or 8, 8 plus 1, that is 96. Therefore, the number of words before the word question in English alphabet dictionary words is 96. Therefore, option 1 is right. Next question. Next, given fine line segments of length 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units, then the number of triangles that can be formed by joining these segments is. Now, total here given, here 5 line segments given, here given total number of line segments whose lengths are 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Total 5 line segments whose lengths are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you have to find the triangles, then the number of triangles that can be formed by joining these segments. You know already in a triangle, the sum of the lengths of two sides in a triangle, the sum of the lengths of two sides is always greater than other length. In a triangle, suppose it is A and it is B and it is C. These three sides lengths are A, B, C. Then sum of any two sides length is always greater than other side length. The sum of any two sides length is always greater than other side length. A plus B is greater than C. Therefore, here if you observe these lengths 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you take 2, 3, 5 are the sides of a triangle. If you take 2, 3, 5 are the sides of a triangle, then 2 plus 3 is not greater than 5. Therefore, 2, 3, 5 will not form the triangle. Next, 2, 3, 6. In the 2, 3, 6 lengths, 2 plus 3 is not greater than 6. That's why 2, 3, 6 also will not form the triangle. Next, 2, 4, 6. Now, 2, 4, 6 will not form the triangle. Why? Because 2, 4, 6. 2 plus 4, it is 6. 6 is not greater than 6. 6 is not greater than 6. Therefore, these 2, 3, 5, the lengths 2, 3, 5 and 2, 3, 6 and 2, 4, 6, these three lengths will not satisfy the triangle. Therefore, here total lengths are 5 given. To form the triangle, 3 lengths you required. Therefore, pi C3. Total lengths of the sides are 5 given. To form the triangle, 2 sides required. Therefore, pi C3 minus, if we take these lengths, then these lengths will not form the triangle. Those type of sides 3 plus you got 3. Therefore, pi C3 minus 3. Therefore, option 1 is right. Next problem. Here 15C3 plus 15C5 plus up to 15C15, it is equal to, here 15C3 plus 15C5 plus 15C up to so on plus 15C15 equal to, they are asking. Now, these are the binomial coefficients, but these are odd binomial coefficients 3, 5 up to 15. But 15C1 also odd binomial coefficient, but here 15C1 not there. Therefore, add 15C1 and subtract 15C1, that is 15C1 plus 15C3 plus 15C5 plus up to so on plus 15C15 minus 15C1. Add 15C1 and subtract 15C1. Now, sum of the binomial coefficients formula is 2 power n. Sum of the binomial coefficients formula is 2 power n. But here sum of the sum of the odd binomial coefficients. Sum of the odd binomial coefficients formula is 2 power n by 2. Sum of the binomial coefficients formula is 2 power n. Sum of the odd binomial coefficients formula is 2 power n by 2. 2 power n value is here 15. Therefore, 2 power 15 by 2. 2 power 15 by 2 minus 15c1 value is 15. 15c1 value is 15. Therefore, 2 power 15 by 2 means 2 power 14 minus 15. 2 power 14 minus 15. Therefore, option 2 is right. Next question. Next, if three positive numbers A, B and C are in AP such that A into B equal to 8, then the minimum possible value of B is. Then the minimum possible value of B is. Here given A, B, C are in AP. Here given A, B, C are in AP. Therefore, we know the condition. If A, B, C are in AP, then B equal to A plus C by 2. Then B equal to A plus C by 2. And also given here condition, that is A into B into C equal to 8. A into B into C equal to 8. Now A into B value already know, that is A plus C by 2 into C equal to 8. Therefore, AC into A plus C. AC into A plus C equal to 16. Therefore, 16 you can write 4 into 4. Therefore, A into C equal to 4 and A plus C equal to 4. A into C equal to 4 and A plus C equal to 4. Now, from first equation, B equal to A plus C by 2. From equation number 1, B equal to A plus C by 2. That is A plus C is 4 by 2 it equal to 2. Therefore, the value of B is 2. Therefore, option 4 is right. Next, let n be a positive integer. Let n be a positive integer. If the coefficients of second, third and fourth terms in the expansion of 1 plus x whole power n are in AP, then n is equal to. Here, let n be a positive integer. If the coefficient of second, third and fourth terms in the expansion of 1 plus x whole power n are in AP, then n is equal to. Now, here in the expansion, here given expansion x 1 plus x whole power n. 1 plus x whole power n. This expansion is nc0 plus nc1 into x plus nc2 into x square plus nc3 into x cube plus up to so on plus nc n into x power n plus up to so on plus nc n into x power n. This is the expansion of 1 plus x whole power n. This is the expansion of 1 plus x whole power n is nc0 plus nc1 into x plus nc2 into x square plus up to so on ncn into x power n. Now here given, let n be a positive integer if the coefficients of second, third and fourth. It is first term, it is second, it is third and it is fourth. Now the coefficient of first term, the coefficient of second term and third term and fourth term. The coefficients of second, third and fourth are in AP. Therefore, NC1, NC2, NC3 are in AP. The coefficients of second, third and fourth are in AP. Therefore, now these three terms are in AP means NC2. If A, B, C are in AP, then 2B equal to A plus C. Therefore, 2 into NC2 equal to NC1 plus NC3. NC1, NC2, NC3 are in AP. Therefore, 2 into NC2 equal to NC1 plus NC3. Therefore, 2 into NC2. NC2 formula is n factorial by NC2 factorial. NC2 formula is n factorial by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. That you can write as n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial. NC2 you can write as n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial. It is equal to NC1 value is n plus NC3 is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial. Therefore, it is equal to 2 factorial means 2 and this 2 will cancel. Therefore, n into n minus 1. N into n minus 1 equal to, here n is there, here also n is there, take n common, then here remains 1 plus n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial means 6. Here 1, here n take common, 1 plus n minus 1 into n minus 2 by 6. Now n will cancel, therefore n minus 1 equal to, take LCM here, 6 into 1, 6 plus n into n square minus 2n minus 10 that is minus 3n plus minus 1 into minus 2 that is 2 divided by 6, that 6 write left side, that denominator 6 write left side, that is 6n minus 6 equal to 6 plus n square minus 3n plus 2. Therefore, write these all terms one side, that is n square minus 6n minus 3n minus 6n that is minus 9n. Next 6 plus 6 12 plus 2 that is 14 equal to 0. Therefore, n square minus 9n plus 14 equal 0. Now product is 14 and sum is minus 9. Product is 14 and sum is minus 9, that is minus 2 and minus 7. Minus 2 and minus 7. Minus 2 into minus 7 that is plus 14 and minus 2 minus 7 that is minus 11. Minus 9. Therefore, the values of n equal to 2, 7. The values of n equal 2, 7. If we take 2 here, then n value 2, then NC0 plus 2C0 plus 2C1 plus 2C2. Only 3 terms you will get. But second, third, fourth term ratio are in AP given. That's why 2 is not possible for n. Therefore, you have to take the value for n is 7. Therefore, option 3 is right. Next question. Next problem. If 1 AM A and 2 GM P and Q are inserted between two given numbers, then find the value of P square by Q plus Q square by P is equal to. Now here given, here let two numbers A and B, in between A and B, 1 AM inserted. In between A and B, 1 AM A is inserted. Therefore, these 1 AM inserted means these A, capital A, B are in AP. Therefore, 2A equal to A plus B. Let two numbers A and B. In between A and B, 1 AM A is inserted. Therefore, A, capital A, B are in arithmetic progression AP. Therefore, 2A equal to A plus B. You got one condition. And in between A and B, 2 GMs are inserted. In between A and B, 2 GMs P, Q are inserted in between A and B. It is in GM. It is in geometric progression. GP. A, in between A and B, P and Q, 2 GMs are inserted. Therefore, A, P, Q, B are in GP. Therefore, these four terms are in GP. Therefore, P by common ratio is same. Therefore, P by A equal to Q by P equal to B by Q. These four are in GP. Therefore, P by A equal to Q by P equal to B by Q. Now, from these first two terms, P into P, P square, and this q come this side, that is p square by q equal to a. P into p square by q equal to a. And next two terms, from these next two terms, now q into q square divided by p equal to b. Q into q square divided by p equal to b. Therefore, now a plus p square by q plus q square by p equal to a plus b, equal to a plus b. Now a plus b value already know, that is 2a. Therefore, the value of p square by q plus b q square by p, it is equal to 2a. Therefore, option 2 is right. Next question. Let PS be the median of the triangle whose vertices are P2, 2, Q6, 1 and R7, 3. The equation of the line passing through 1, -1 and parallel to PS is. Now here given three vertices, that is, here given two vertices, that is P2, 2 and Q6, 1 and R7, 3. These are the R7, 3. These are the vertices of the triangle. Now PS is the median of the triangle whose vertices. Now PS is the median. Now take a triangle, that is PQR. It is a triangle. It is P and it is Q and it is R. PQR. Now PS is the median, means S is midpoint of P, Q and R. S is the midpoint of Q and R. Why? Because PS is the median through the vertex P. Therefore, S point is midpoint of Q and R. Therefore, point S equal to midpoint of Q and R. Midpoint of Q and R. Therefore, midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. That is 6 plus 7 by 2, that is 1 plus 3 by 2. 1 plus 3 by 2. 1 plus 3 by 2. Therefore, 6 plus 7, 13 by 2. 13 by 2, 1 plus 3, 4 by 2 means 2. That is the midpoint of Q and R is 13 by 2, 2. 13 by 2, 2. Now, equation of the line passing through 1, -1. Equation of the line passing through 1, 1. Now, PS slope. Why? Because the equation of the line passing through the point 1, -1 and parallel to the PS. Therefore, required line is parallel to PS. Therefore, PS slope and required line slope both are equal. Therefore, now I am finding PS slope. Now, slope of PS, it is equal to slope of PS means P point 2, 2, you know that, and S point is 13 by 2, 2, you know that. That is S point is 13, therefore 2 minus 2 minus 2, 0. Actually, P2, 2 and Q6, -1. I think it is the point Q6, -1. 6, -1. Next, 2 minus P2, 2, Q6, -1, R7, 3. Then 6 plus 7 by 2 and -1 plus 3, that is plus 2, 2 by 2 means 1. Then 1 minus 2 means -1, -1 by -2, -1 by Z2 minus Z1, that is minus 13 by 2 minus 2, that is 4. It is equal to, now thirteen by 2 minus 2, that is 13 minus 4, that is 9 by 2. Okay. Now points, actually given points are P2 comma 2 and Q6 comma minus 1. Here given Q6 comma minus 1 and R is 7 comma 3. Now midpoint is S equal to 6 plus 7 by 2 comma minus 1 plus 3 by 2. Therefore minus 1 plus 3 means 2, 2 by 2 means 1. Therefore the slope of PS is, P point is 2 comma 2 and S is 13 by 2 comma 1. Therefore 1 minus 2, that is minus 1, and 13 by 2, 1 minus 2 divided by 13 by 2 minus 2. Therefore 1 minus 2 is minus 1 and 13 by 2 minus 2 means, that is 13 minus 4, 9, 9 by 2. Therefore it is equal to minus 2 by 9. Slope of PS is minus 2 by 9. Now if we observe the options, first option you observe, first option 2x plus 9y, 2x plus 9y plus 7 equal 0, 2x plus 9y plus 7 equal 0. Therefore slope of this line is minus a by b. If the line ax plus by plus c equal 0, then the slope of the line is minus a by b. Therefore that is equal to minus a by b, that is minus 2 by 9. Therefore the slopes of these two lines are coincide, that is 2 by 9, minus 2 by 9, and slope of PS also minus 2 by 9. Therefore option 1 is right. Next. Next 69. Let A, B, C and D be non-zero numbers if the point of intersection of the lines 4ax plus 2ay plus c equal 0 and 5bx plus 2by plus d equal 0 lies in the fourth quadrant and is equidistant from the two axes. Then now here A, B, C, D be non-zero numbers if the point of intersection of the lines 4ax, point of intersection of the lines, that is 4ax plus 2ay plus c equal to 0 plus c equal 0, and one more line is, that is 5bx plus 2by plus d equal to 0 now lies in the fourth quadrant and is equidistant from the two axes. The point of intersection of these two lines, lies in the fourth quadrant, and equidistance. Therefore here tier distance and here tier distance is same. Therefore suppose it is alpha and it is also alpha, but fourth quadrant means x is positive and here point P alpha comma minus alpha. In fourth quadrant point notation is x comma minus y. Therefore x coordinate and y coordinate both are equal given. Therefore P alpha comma minus alpha. Therefore the point of intersection of these two lines I am taking P alpha comma minus alpha. Therefore this point P lies on the both the lines. Therefore in first line substitute alpha comma minus alpha, x equal to alpha and y equal to minus alpha, that is 4a alpha minus 2a alpha, y equal to minus alpha. Therefore minus into plus, minus 2 alpha plus c equal to 0. From this you can write, from this 4a alpha minus 2a alpha, that is 2a alpha plus c equal to 0 implies, that is alpha equal to minus c by 2a, alpha equal to minus c by 2a. And also the point alpha comma minus alpha lies on the second line, that is 5 into alpha minus 2b into alpha plus d equal to 0. plus d equal 0. From this 5b alpha minus 2b alpha, that is 3b alpha plus d equal to 0. From this alpha equal to minus d by 3b minus d by 3b. Therefore, from it is alpha equal minus c by 2 alpha. Here also alpha value is minus d by 3 alpha. Therefore, minus c by 2a, it is equal to minus d by 3b. Therefore, do cross multiply, minus minus will cancel. That is 3bc, it is equal to 2ad. Therefore, 3bc minus 2ad equal to 0. 3bc minus 2ad equal to 0. Therefore, option 2 is right. Next question. Next, if origin is the centroid of the triangle PQR with vertices P 2a 2 6, Q minus 4 2b minus 10 and R 8 4 14 2c, the value of A, B, C are respectively. Now here given vertices are P 2a 2 6 and Q minus 4 3b minus 4 3b minus 10 minus 4 3b minus 10 and R 8 14 2c. We are given three vertices, that is 2a 2 6 and minus 4 3b minus 10 and R 8 14 and 2c. Then if origin is the centroid of the triangle PQR, therefore origin is the centroid, therefore 0 0 0 equals centroid formula is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3, z1 plus z2 plus z3 by 3. Therefore, x1 y1 z1, x2 y2 z2 and x3 y3 z3. Therefore, 2a minus 4 plus 8 by 3, 6 plus 3b plus 14 by 3, 6 plus 6 minus 10 plus 2c by 3. Now it is equal to 0 equal to equate the coordinates, that is 0 equal to 2a plus 4 by 3 and 0 equal to 3b plus 16 by 3, 0 equal to 2c minus 4 by 3. Therefore, 2a equal to 4, therefore 2a equal to minus 4, therefore a equal to minus 2, Next, 3b equal to minus 16, therefore b equal to minus 16 by 3, b equal to minus 16 by 3 and 2c equal to 4, therefore c equal to 2, Therefore, the A, B, C values are minus 2, minus 16 by 3 and 2. Therefore, option 3 is right. Next question. If the line joining A 1 3 4 and B is divided by the point minus 2 3 5 in the ratio 1:3, then B is equal to. Now here given point A is 1 3 4, and point B we don't know, that is B. I am taking A B C, B point is A B C. Now these 2 points, if the line joining points A 1 3 4 and B is divided by the point of P, that is P point is minus 2 3 5 in the ratio m is to n equal to, 1:3 given. Now P divides the line joining the points A and B in the ratio 1:3. Now B point you have to find. B point we don't know, that's why I am taking A, B, C. Therefore P point dividing, therefore minus 2, 3, 5, it is equal to minus 2, 3, 5, it is equal to, now it is x1, y1, z1, it is x2, y2, z2. Therefore mx1, that is 1 into mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, mx2, that is m into, m value is 1 and n value is 3. Therefore 1 into a plus m x2 plus nx1, that is 3 into 1 by 1 plus 3. Next my2, that is 1 into b plus 3 into 3 divided by 1 plus 3, and m z2, that is m into c plus 3 into 4 divided by 1 plus 3. Therefore now it is equal to a x coordinate you equate, that is minus 2 equal to a plus 3 by 4. Next 3 equal to b plus 9 by 4, and c equal 5 equal to c plus 12 by 4. C plus 12 by 4. Therefore a equal to minus 8, minus 3. Therefore a equal to minus 11. Next b equal to 12 minus 9. Therefore b equal to 3. B equal to 3. And c equal to 20 minus 12. Therefore c equal to 8. C equal to 20 minus 12, that is 8. Therefore a value is minus 11 and b value is 3 and c value is 8. Therefore option 4 is right. Next question. The mean age of 25 teachers in a school is 40 years. A teacher retires at the age of 60 years and a new teacher is appointed in his place. If now the mean age of the teachers in the school is 39 years, then the age in years of the newly appointed teacher is. See here, the mean age of 25 teachers is in a school is 40 given. 25 teachers, that is 25 teachers. Therefore here x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus up to so on plus x4 plus x5, x24 and x25. The mean of 25 teachers is 40 given. Therefore x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus up to so on x24 plus x25 divided by 25. 25 members are there. Therefore divided by 25 equal to 40. Mean age is 40 given. Therefore x1 plus x2 plus up to so on plus x24 plus x25 equal to 25 into 40, that is 1000. 25 plus 40, it is 1000. Therefore this x1 plus x2 plus up to so on x24. Now first 24 members, so sum of the age is n I am taking. Therefore n plus x25 equal to 1000. x25 equal to 1000. Therefore n equal to 1000 minus x25. Therefore n equal to, at the age of 60, x25 is retired. Therefore x25 you take 60. Therefore n equal here 1000 minus 60, that is 940. Therefore the value of n at the age of x25 retires at the age of 60 years, x25 is retires. Therefore n equal to 1000 minus 60, that is 940. That is 940 n value. Now after that one more teacher is added. Now that is x1 plus x2 plus up to 1 plus x24 plus one teacher added newly appointed, that newly appointed I am taking capital X 25, then that mean is 39 given, therefore divided by 25 equal to 39. Now after one teacher is retired, one more teacher is appointed, newly appointed. That newly appointed teacher I am taking capital X, that is capital X 25. Now already 24 teachers previously there, that sum already. Now x1 plus x2 plus up to son x24 I am taking n, therefore n equal to 940 is there. Therefore here x1 plus x2 plus up to son plus x24 plus x25 plus capital X 25, new teacher capital X 25, it is equal 25 into 39, 25 into 39, 25 into 40 is 1000, 1000 minus 25, that is 975, 975. Therefore now x, this value already know, x1 plus x2 plus up to son x24 value we taken n, therefore n equal to 940 plus x25, it is equal to 975. Therefore x25 newly appointed teacher age is x25 equal to 975 minus 940. Therefore 975 minus 940 is, that is 35. Therefore newly appointed teacher age is 35 years. Therefore option 2 is right. Next, if the standard deviation of the numbers 2, 3, a and 11 is 3.5, then which of the following is true? Now, here given four numbers, those are 2, 3, a and 11. The standard deviation is 3.5 given, SD equal to 3.5 given. Therefore SD formula is sigma 1 by n into sigma xi square, 1 by n into sigma xi square minus x bar square, x bar means mean of the given observations. Therefore first find mean x bar equal to 2 plus 3 plus a plus 11 by 4. It is equal to 5 plus 11, that is 16. 16 plus a by 4. X bar equal to 16 plus a by 4. Therefore SD equal to 1 by n into sigma xi square minus x bar square root. It is equal to 3.5. I am writing 3.35 by 10. 3.5 I am writing 35 by 10. Both you multiply and divide with 10, then you will get 35 by 10. Therefore squaring on, that is 35 by 10 means 5 7s and 5 2s. Therefore squaring on both sides, that is 1 by n value is 4. Sigma xi square, that is 2 square plus 3 square plus a square plus 11 square, and minus x bar square, that is 16 plus a by 4 whole square. It is equal to 49 by 4. Now squaring on both sides, then you got 49 by 4. Now here 2 square 4 plus 9 plus 121. 4 plus 9 plus 121. 121 plus 9 130. 134 plus a square divided by 4. 121 plus 9 130. 130 plus 4 134 plus a square by 4. Next minus 16 plus a by 4 whole square means 16 square means 256 plus 32a plus a square divided by 4 square means 16. It is equal to 49 by 4. Now simplify, take LCM is 16, that is 4 into 134 into 4, that is 16, 1, 4, 3 is 12, 13, 1 and 5, 536 plus a square 4 into 134, that is 16. Okay, 536 plus 4a square minus 256 minus 32a minus a square divided by 16 equal to 49 by 4. Therefore, for 4, 16, therefore 4a square minus a square, that is 3a square. 4a square minus a square, that is 3a square, minus 32a minus 32a. Next, it is 236 minus 256, that is 536 minus 256, 0 and 10, 5, 8, and it is for 280 plus 280, it is equal to 280, it is equal to 4 into 49, 49 into 4, 196. Therefore, you simplify it, 3a square minus 32a and 280 minus 96, 280 minus 96, 84, that is plus 84 equal to 0. Therefore, this satisfies the equation 3a square minus 32a plus 84 equal to 0. Therefore, option 2 is right. Next question. If two different numbers are taken from the set 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 10, then the probability that their sum as well as absolute difference are both multiples of 4 is. Now here two different numbers are taken from the set 0, 1, 2, 3. Here given set of the numbers are, those are 0, 1, 2, 3 up to so on 10. These are the given set of numbers. Now the sample space is two numbers are taken, two different numbers are taken. Therefore, 0, 1 or 0, 2 up to 0 up to so 0, 10, or else next 1, 0, 1, 2, 1, 3 up to 110. Like that you will get up to so on 10, 9. Up to so on 10, 9 you will get. Two numbers you have to select from the 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 10. Total 11 numbers are there. From that you have to select two numbers, that is 11C. 2 you can take, or else like this you can take, that is 0, 1, 0, 2 up to 0, 10 and 1, 0, 1, 2 up to 110, or up to so on 10, 0, 10, 10, 1, 10, 1 and 10, 2 up to 10, 9 you have to take. You should not take same 10, 10. Why? Because two different numbers are taken. Therefore, with 0, 10 and with 1, 10 up to with 10, 10. 1 to 0 to 10 means 11. Therefore, n of s equal to 11 into 10. With 0, 10 order pairs you will get. With 1, 10 order pairs you will get. Therefore, up to with 10, 10 order pairs you will get. Therefore, with 0, 10, with 1, 10 up to with 10, 10. Therefore, 11 into 10, that is 110 you will get. N of s equal to 110. And the event, here event is then the probability that their sum as well as absolute difference are both multiples of 4. Sum and absolute difference. Suppose first 0 I am taking. Suppose 0, 1. 0, 1 sum is 1. It is not divisible by 4. And absolute difference mod 0 minus 1, that is 1. 1 is not divisible by 1 is not a multiple of 4. Therefore, 0, 4. Sum 0 plus 4, 4 is a multiple of 4, and 0 minus 4 mod 0 minus 4 means 4 multiple of 4. Therefore, 0, 4 and 0, 8. Next with 0 completed. Next with 1. With 1 if you take those will not multiple of 4's. Why? Because 1 comma 0 and 1 comma 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 is not multiple of 4. And suppose 1 comma 3. 1 plus 3. 1 comma 3. If you take 1 plus 3 4, it is a multiple of 4. But 1 minus 3, that is minus 2, it is not multiple of 4. That's why with odd numbers you will not get. Then you take and one more even number, that is 2 comma 6. 2 comma 6. 2 plus 6, that is 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 is multiple of 4. And 2 minus 6, that is minus 4. Minus 4 means 4. 4 is multiple of 4. Next 2 comma 6 and 2 comma 10. 2 comma 10. 2 comma 10. 2 plus 10 is 2 plus 10 is 12. 12 is multiple of 4. And 2 minus 10, that is minus 8, multiple of 4. Next with 4. 4 comma 0. 4 comma 0. Next 4 comma 8. 4 comma 0 and 4 comma 8. 4 comma 8. Next with 6. 6 comma with 6. 6 comma 2 and 6 comma 2 and 6 comma 2 and 6 comma 2 is multiple of 4. And next difference and sum. Next 6 comma, suppose 6 comma 4, 6 comma 3, 6 comma 2 and 6 comma 4. Next 6 comma 10. 6 comma 10 is 6 plus 10, 16, and 6 minus 10, that is 4, multiple of 4. And 8 comma, next 8 comma 0 and 8 comma 4. Therefore these are the ordered pairs whose sum and absolute difference is multiple of 4. Therefore here n of e equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. With 10, now with 10 comma 2, 10 minus 2, 10 plus 2 is 12, 12 is multiple of 4, and 10 minus 2 is 8, 8 is multiple of 4, and 10 comma 2 and 10 comma 6, 10 comma 6. These are the sum is multiple of 4 and absolute difference also multiple of 4. Therefore total you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Therefore n of e equal number of elements in the event is 12. Therefore probability of the event e equal to P of e equal to n of e by n of s. N of e by n of s. Therefore number of elements in the event is 12 and number of elements in the sample space is 110. Therefore 2 6 and 2 55 is 110. Therefore 6 by 55. Therefore option 4 is right. Next question. Next, a 4-digit number is formed by the digits 1, 2, 3, 4 with no repetition. The probability that the number is odd is odd. Here 4-digit number. Here given digits are 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 4-digit number you have to construct. 4-digit number you have to construct. That is 4 boxes you take. Now a 4-digit number is formed by the digits 1, 2, 3, 4 with no repetition. Therefore first box you can fix in 4 ways, second box 3 ways, and third box 2 ways, and fourth box 1 way. Therefore n of s equal to the number of 4-digit numbers are 4 into 3 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 4 into 3 12, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is equal to 4 into 3 12, 12 into 2 24. Therefore n of s equal to 24. The probability that the number is odd. The number is odd means here 4-digit number, the number is odd. number is odd means the units place is odd digit. The number is odd means unit place is odd digit. Therefore, unit place here total 4 digits are given 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, in these 4 digits, odd digits are 1, 3. Odd digits are 1, 3. Therefore, a number end with odd digit, then that number is odd number. Therefore, odd digits are available. Odd digits are 1 and 3. 1, 3. Out of these two numbers, any one number you can fix here. Therefore, here last box you can fix in two ways. Last box you can fix in two ways. Remaining, if you fix one box, one number here, remaining numbers are 3. Therefore, this box, first box you can fix in 3 ways, and second box 2 ways, and third box 1 way. Here, last box we have to fix with odd digit. Therefore, 1 or 3 you can fix in last box. Therefore, 2 ways you can fix. Next, out of these two odd numbers 1 and 3, one number you fixed here. Therefore, remaining are 3. Therefore, first box you can fix in 3 ways, second 2 ways, and third 1 way. Now, last box is 2 ways. Therefore, the number of elements in the required event n of e equal to 3 into 2 into 1 into 2. That is 3 into 2, 6, 6 into 2. 3 into 2, 6, 6 into 2, 12. Therefore, P of E equal to required probability P of E equal to n of E by n of S. Required probability P of E equal n of E by n of S. That is 12 by 24. It is equal to 1 by 2. 12 by 24 it is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, option 4 is right. None of these. Okay. Thank you.